It's me, your boy Blue Getsuga, and today I'll be doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Ban list prediction list as well as a wish list. So let's get started. For the banned cards, we have, Requiem. It's just poorly designed and it's way too generic. Even if you decide to hit like the Fables and stuff, you can still like go into this combo with. I forgot the other archetype that could be used to go into that combo.
But why?
Anyways, yeah, this engine should just die already. And for the limited cards, we have Cashier Unicorn. I mean, like, Konami hates generic cards, plus, Cashier Engine really should get hit at this point. Extra Rizio, just to hit the consistency. It did make sense to put it at 2, but at 1, it would be even better. Plus, that would also be a hit to Rizio Mitsurugi's. Same with Sword, Rizio. It might as well just go to 1. Like, these two hits are supposed to hit the consistency. And Dormouse, for a similar reason, like Dormouse and Underground. Because, like, all you need to do is just banish, like, a few of your, all you have to do is just form a chain of banished malices. And you can basically just go through with your plays anyways. So, yeah, just make it, like, less consistent for you to banish your malice monsters. Because at least with one of this and one Underground and your one Ghost Sark, that's just 3 ways you have. I mean, I guess that's just 3 ways you have of immediately banishing Malice's monsters from your deck. So that would just hit the consistency of Malice, but still make them playable. Mitsurugi, Prayers to 1, just to hit the consistency of Mitsurugi. Because even without Rizio, they still have the Mitsurugi Orcus plays. And Triple Tactics Thrust to 1 because, let's be real, that's the main reason why cards like Featherstorm as well as Dimension Barrier are pretty busted. Because a card like this that could just search you any normal spell trap in the game is kind of crazy. And I'm not bad enough to suggest that either trap card should be banned. We should just limit this, but, I could be wrong about that.
For realsies!
I am a bad Yu-Gi-Oh player, but I'm not that bad of a Yu-Gi-Oh player. Also, the 1 would be Prank Kids Meow Meow Mew, because honestly, this card should just come back already. Same with Scarecrow. Sure, you can still abuse the Soul Piercer, but at the same time, it's not like Super Heavy Samurai are going to be able to make the boards it was able to do before. With Baron being banned, and same with Savage Dragon. And I think Bird of Sovereignty can come back. Honestly, like, barriers, like, the cards that abused this card was, like, the Barrier Statue and Apex Avion. With the Infinite Negate combo, which is already dead, even if this card is still legal. That combo is dead due to Carrier being banned. And rightfully so. And the Wind Barrier Statue is already banned as is. So, you don't have to worry. Unless Konami decides to make a new busted Wing Beast that would require this card to stay banned. And knowing Konami, that is very possible. And for the Unlimiteds, we have Popular and Ash, because I think they could just come back at this point. And Nichiria Sacred Tree, honestly, should have came off the list a long time ago.
Believe it! Believe it!
Now on to the wish lists. With the banned cards, we have Phoenix Smith's Requiem, which I already went over. Paradise Smasher, because this is basically just Shock... Shock Master. For some reason, I brain farted on the name. It's just Shockmaster all over again, especially with K9 coming out. Crimson Dragon, because being able to cheat out Synchro monsters the way it does in the first place is kind of dumb and shouldn't be allowed in the game. Currently, it's not really that much of a problem, but let's be real, this card is just pretty terribly designed.
I said what I said meant every single solitary syllable.
And I guess this would also be a hit to Blue Eyes, assuming anyone still cares about Blue Eyes. Wind Up Hunter because hand loops are garbage. Same with Moulin Glacier. And EEV is pretty busted, especially in decks like Labyrinth. That could just recycle it turn by turn. It's just that the decks that use this have been power crept. Because Konami really likes letting power creep fix their game. And for the limited cards, we have Gust Kraken because I really dislike hand loops. Those shouldn't be in the game. Extra Ryziel and Sword Ryziel to hit the consistency of Ryziels. Limited Cashier Unicorn, I kind of went over that, especially with these. For like, almost went on to the semi-limits before I went on to the extract limits. Summon Sorceress, this card has gotten an errata a long time ago and should have came back a long time ago. Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon, I don't think it will be abusable as it was when it was being abused by Noble Knights. I think this card can come back, but I could be wrong. Samorg, I already went over why Samorg should be unbanned. Same with Meow Mew and Scarecrow. And also Cashier Rizard, I think is fine at 1. At 3 is kind of nutty, but at 1, especially if you do hit Cashier Unicorn, I think it can come back. At least to 1. Wind-Up Zen Mighty honestly should come. I think it could come back even with Hunter still in the game, but fuck Hunter.
Yo, why you bugging?
Borolo Savage Dragon. This one's just purely biased because I do like Rockets. I like Rockets a lot, but I understand why Savage is banned. So that's a bit of a hot take. Fiendsmith Lacrima with Fiendsmith Engine not being as accessible, I think Lacrima can possibly come back. Kid Kalos, I think Kid Kalos can come back, at least to 1. At 3 I can understand, but at 1 I think it might be fine. Now on to the semi-limits. We have Gamma because honestly, I mean sure, Cypher's kind of got indirect support with the new Psychic support, but they did not deserve to lose their own monster negate just because a bunch of people decided to run Gamma as a generic hand trap. And then we also had 2 Trish because hand loops. I dislike hand loops. And 2 Called by the Grave because I think Called by the Grave is pretty fair. Like at 1, I don't know, for some reason I don't like it at 1 and I don't like it at 3. If Konami decided to ban it, I would understand, but I feel like it's good at 2. 2 Miscellaneous Saurus, because I kinda like Jurax. So that's completely biased on me. Plus, that would also help further, future dinosaur support. Also 2 Genta, just to lower the consistency of Dark Worlds, because just like what I mentioned here, like the decks that can use it, they've merely been power crept. However, they can still use it fairly well, and who really likes getting hand looped by Dark Worlds? No, really, who actually likes that? And 2 Bonfire, because I think Bonfire was innocent and it didn't deserve to get hit. If anything, it should have just been the main Ryziels. 3 Morphing Jari's honestly shouldn't still be on the ban list. Same with Maturia Tree. Dryden can come back to 3. No one's running more than 1 anyways. Same with Striker. Not same with Striker. People are going to run more than 1 Striker. But Striker deserves to come back to 3. Same with Dryas, because honestly, who's playing that Plant Link spam again? And Link Karibo, I think it could come back to 3 as well. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about my ban list, wish list, and prediction list. And it's been me, your boy Blue Getska, and I'm out.
Come on, get out of here.